we go. So hopefully we're back. There we go. We are back. There we go. Do apologise. We're on lap 11 out of 12. Do apologise about that. Do not know what happened. Yeah, but we are back. And Jizzle is leading the way. 5 seconds out in front. Kai Tonic in P2. Squash Josh getting that job done on Salt for Chips. I know you missed it as well. And I do apologise on that, guys. But there, we've then got Salt in 4th, Plugger in 5th. Boltzaroo, is he going to get the job done on Plugger? That's going to be the question. Plugger on 67, Boltzaroo on 51. Zoo getting that penalty as well with that 3 seconds. We've also got Dido in that 9th position. There's a lot going on at the back here. We've got Angus getting involved now. We've got Terence getting involved. Dido, Hennessy, 5 temps back. Can Dido get Hennessy for that last point? That's going to be the question. Do you think Plugger is Bolt's gonna get Plugger here? This is gonna be the question. Last lap coming up, China. It's
well. With any luck, he's banked up a bit of ERS. I can see he's sitting on about 45-50% there. So, look, once he gets down to that twisty section, he's going to need to knock it into none and bank up a bit of ERS and make a final lunge, I think. That's, of course, unless he's going to go for it here on the second straight.
Yeah.
See. Just tucked in behind there. So, just waiting for the right moment.
Yep, looks like we are going to see that moment very, very soon. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little bit of tech issues, but we are back. And yeah, here we go. So, will Plugger lose out to Boltzaroo on the last lap? Boltzaroo really going for it. He's got one last opportunity, but Plugger does seem to have a lot more ERS here. So it's going to be an opportunity here. It looks like Jizzle is going to take the win of the sprint round of the night. Very, very impressive here. And Squash Josh could even try and go for Kyo, but we'll have to wait and see as Jizzle coming round the final corner. He's even trying to get the fastest lap as well. Jizzle is going to win the
He's
Brazilian
burning everything.
sprint. And does he get it? Yes, he does get it. Great points for Jizzle.
Oh, what a drive.
P2. And Squash Josh very, very close to him in P3. Battle here between Plugger and Bolts. Oh, Plugger
couldn't quite get it done.
P5 and Bolts gets a P6. Zoo gets a P7. Hennessy and Terence and Dido all crossing the line, and they stay where they are as well as Hennessy does get that last points place there. Oh, what bit of drama there in the sprint round.
A little bit of drama, mate, but have we got all cars across the line?
I think so.
Not quite, but looks like we're on for all 19. So look at us go.
Yeah, no crashes. Obviously, we don't see a safety car in the sprint as well. Sorry about the issues there with we lost the strain. I do apologise. Hopefully, we won't have any problems moving forward. Hopefully, I'm just going to put a quick message into the chat to Barry again. Are we live again with Paddy? Just want to double check because I know that he finished the race last, but is he in the car? Right. Let me just send. No, I can't. Not yet. Still heard nothing. Okay. All right. Let me quickly flicker my miss. Let's see if we can flicker my message. Then we've got. Why I do that though, I don't want to lose the results. There we go. Jizzle taking out P1 and the fastest lap, so great points for him. Kai Tonic in that P2 and Squash Josh in that P3. They are your top 3. Then we've got Salt for Chips, Plugger, Boltzaroo, Zoo and Hennessy getting that last spot for sprint. And then unfortunately Terence, Dido, Joyful with Angus, RK, Trio Kev, Toasty, Panic Protein and Patty Pat all lose out on points. But no, not a bad night for the Alpine and the Williams so far in that race, China.
Absolutely. The points on offer for the sprint are all the difference. It's what makes it a bit more of a special round there. So capitalising in the mini race is what you want to do. A lot of points on the table, and I see that see the drivers are nice and close in the standings there. Quite a number of them going for top positions for podiums. So every point here is going to count.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm still just trying to find out what's going on, if we've got Paddy Pat in or not. Looks like we have lost him at the moment, so we'll keep an eye out on that for the time being. But here we go. This is where it matters, China, and you know this from yesterday. Big points up for grabs. Looks like we've got a dry quali. Don't know about the race. What do you think we're going to see in here in this quali? Are we going to see the same again from the kicks? Are we going to see a bit of a different strategy from the Mercs? And obviously, McLaren didn't have the best of starts in that sprint, so they've obviously got a point to prove. What do you think we're going to see in this Q1 for the feature race?
Mate, I think a little bit more teamwork from probably from a few groups here. You've got the extra time to sort of set a banker, and we've got Toasty going out now on soft, so looks like that's what they're going to do, set a bank up. And then obviously you can spend the later half of the session sort of working with your teammate and making sure that you both get out a solid lap. I find my experience here a little bit weird. I didn't find waiting to the very last lap to be overly beneficial for lap times. I think somewhere around that sort of 4 minutes to go, sort of somewhere around there, 3-4 minutes to go, getting out on track then, I found that to be optimal temp, and obviously not many other cars out as well, so we're able to just really focus on getting a good lap out.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. There you have the little bit of advice from China from last night's shenanigans in Division 6. We've got Kyotonic and Salt for chips. We've got Zoo. We've got Squash Josh. We've got Toasty. We've got Hennessy. China, who do we jump on board with for an outlap, for a flying lap?
Who have we got going out? Let's jump on with Zoo.
Is he about to start? Yes, he is. He's on the mediums at the moment, and went very, very wide.
On the mediums, yeah.
Went very, very wide there. There we go, going down the main straight, first DRS zone of the track, going into turn number 4. I think it's turn 4. Then he's going to come up the hill here. A little bit low on the ERS here, around about 54%, but he's testing the mediums to see what he can do. Up the loop. Oh, gets onto the curb there, loses the back end out a little bit. We are seeing yellows flash in sector 1. Very nicely there, getting onto the curb, using a lot of the curb at the moment. Not much traffic behind or in front. We're seeing yellows again in sector 1 yet again. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We've got a few of these guys on the softs and a few of the guys still on the mediums. He has set the fastest of sector 3. Or sector 2, sorry, that was, I think. And he's going to cross the line. Let's see what it's going to be on the medium. It's going to be a big improvement here. And he goes across the line, 108.101. And we are going to have the next person that goes across a 113. So Toasty got that all wrong. What about Protein Group? He's on an outlap as well. So a few guys on outlaps. But still deciding to go on those medium compound tyres for their flyer.
Yeah, so probably just wanting to make best use of the softs on the second half of the quali here, sort of get a bit of track optimization behind you, and put out those better times. So we're seeing some decent times come up now. A 107.9 there on the softs for Salt for my chips. So that's not a bad banker. I'd be expecting to see the low 7s here in this quali for Div 3. What do you think, SJ?
Yeah, I think we'll be looking at an early 107, I think. I think that's what we're going to be seeing. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure at the moment. You've got some of these guys like Zeus doing a 108.1, very, very close to a 107. I reckon he can improve on that time and also on those tyres as well. But I reckon he'll jump onto the softs. He'll go. Be interesting to see what the other guys are going to do. The obviously the kicks. Be interesting to see what Bolts is going to do. Plugger, also Josh. Dido does a 107.9, so he's 10,000ths of a second off from Salt for Chips. But I think he's absolutely destroyed his tyres there because he loses it coming out of sector 1. Has to be very, very careful not to impede anyone. Joyful goes P1. We've thrust Josh up into P2. So, yeah, I reckon we could be seeing an early 107s could take pole position here. We'll have to wait and see. Who have we got coming around the corner at the moment? So Hennessy's on the mediums. So both Ferraris have decided to go out on the mediums and instead of the softs at the moment.
Yeah, so just getting a couple of laps in on the mediums there, sitting around the mid 108s. So it's going to have to be a big improvement there to quality up front. And that's obviously going to be important here. You really need to be up the front there if you want a chance for the win. You obviously don't need to be in pole position, but somewhere in that sort of top 5 or 6 cars, I think that makes the race a lot easier.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it still looks like we've not got Paddy Pat in, so it could be a very painful night for him on his return. No racing at all.
That's a shame for Paddy.
It is. So hopefully we can get him in. He's still got 11 minutes to go. Barry, just let us know what's going on. If you heard anything, it's gone a bit silent at the moment, so we've got no idea what's going on. Joyful leading this Q1 at the moment with 107.715. We've got Jizzle, who is in Sector 2. Looks like he's just stopped there. He's going a little slow, burning a bit of fuel. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. We've got the 2 kicks. No, we haven't. We've actually got one of them out. So Whip Petit is out on his own, who's about to start his lap. And I will let you take it away with him, China. Over to you.
So as we get him crossing the start-finish there, pulls the car out nice and wide, doesn't cross over that outside line there, keeps it nice and wide on turn 1 just to avoid the curb there. It's getting onto the straight. And you can see again he's holding on to that ERS so he can sort of burn it on that final straight. And I really think that's key here. Just looking ahead, it looks like some cars are getting out of the way, so that's good to see. And he's taken that corner nicely there. Down into third here. He's really hit that apex. Looks like he's on for a good lap. So if he can nail this final turn, we might see a 107 something. As we see him burning all his ERS, hanging over to the left-hand side there, just trying to cut the length of the track down as much as possible, and we've got a 107.5. Impressive. That's a solid banker lap there.
Yeah, good time there from Whiff. It'll be interesting to see what Boltsaru is going to do next, and good time there. Panic 115, so he's might made a few mistakes, so he looks like he's going to go again. So we'll just keep an eye on board with Panic to see how he goes. As he is on a lap. Let's see if there's going to be an improvement. Should be a massive improvement here. He should be pushing in the 108s, but I reckon he can push into the 107s. Let's have a look. Going into turn number 1, sector 2. A lot of traffic in front of Panic, though. So if anything goes wrong here with any of these cars in front, we could be looking at an impede here. So we'll have to wait and see how he takes these corners.
He's closing in on them really quickly, isn't he? They're going to have to get right out of the way.
Ferrari, good to see the Ferrari move completely way out of the way, like on the other side of the grass there. He could get a nice little tow from, is it the Williams? I'm just trying to see.
It looks like he's tried to lock in for the tow, but maybe just missed it.
Yeah, he's just missed it. Oh, he could get a little bit of it. He's getting closer. It's going to... So 108.3, that's P13 at the moment. So a lot quicker, his teammate, than him tonight so far. And I reckon he's got more in the tank at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see how we go. Angus in that P16. Terrence needs to set a time. So does Bolts and so does Paddy Pat. Doesn't look like we are going to see Paddy Pat, unfortunately, racing tonight, which is unfortunate. So hopefully if he does return, he will have to retire that car. Plugger, though, does take pole position with a 107.564 at the moment. And Salt for Chips, again, in that P3 position. Having a great night so far in the sprint and now in the feature, and is looking very, very good in the qualifying.
Absolutely. And it looks like we've got Jizzle down in 6th place with a 107.798. you'd have to think there might be a bit more time in that as well. So I think, I think we've got probably 5-6 contenders there for a pole position here.
Definitely. And we've got Boltzrud going round
And of
as
course,
well.
Bolt's still going around for a lap. So we can throw a number 7 in there most likely.
Yep, he actually did invalidate who will get pole. Okay, so give me a name who you think is going to get pole, China.
I think Salt for My Chips is on for a pearler. He set an early fast lap, 107.5, and I think there's going to be a bit more time in that.
Okay, all right. Well, let's. He was sharing a stream on Discord, and after what sounded like a disconnected Windows sound stream crashed both from Twitch and Discord. Ooh, okay, I see. I think Paddy will get pole. Well, Paddy's not racing at the moment, so hopefully he may be back. Anyone else? Give us. We need 3 more names. Who you think are going to get pole? We've got Whiff. We've got Salt. We need 3 more names. So give us 3 more names, please. Well, hopefully. I don't understand how to brick. It's a very expensive PC. Boltzrud taking pole position with 107.480. So Kick again showing what they're capable of in P1 and P3. 3 more names, guys. Come on. There's, I don't know, there's 20 of you in the chat, in the stream tuning in. Let's see who's going to take pole position, guys. Come on, give us 3 more names. Otherwise, me and China are going to pick who they are. Come on, in the chat. Bolts. Okay, thank you very much. That's what I needed. Bolts. Who else? Squash Josh. Yep, there we go. And one more. One more.
Here we go.
Just there we go.
Redacted.
That's all I needed. That is all I needed. Right. And then we've got 5 minutes to go. And I'm just going to have other as well. Guys, there you go. You've got 2 minutes. Get your predictions in. Prediction is in. Get them in. Get voting. Enjoy. And here we go. Right. Boltzrud taking pole position at the moment. Plugger in P2 with Mitty in P3. Salt for Chips on an outlap at the moment. Angus is coming round. It looks like he's coming into the pits. Plugger is coming round. He's coming to the pits. Whiff is coming round. Boltzrud's coming round. Whiff is coming round again. He's in Sector 3 at the moment. Is this enough? He's in Sector 3. Is it going to be an improvement, or is he coming into the pits? No, he's coming into the pits. There we go. We've got the Haas of Salt for Chips who's on an outlap. We've got the 2 Ferraris of Protein Group and Hennessy. And Hennessy's coming round. It looks like this could be a lap. Let's here we go. Let's have a look. What's Hennessy going to do? He's down there in P18 at the moment. Goes up to P11. Good lap by him. Protein Group, what's he going to do? He goes P12. So both Ferraris pretty consistent on pace there, China. 179 and a 17961.
Mate, you can tell they're on the same team, done a lot of practice together, and just setting a nice, couple of nice laps there. It'd be interesting to see if they're going to try and get around, get in the pits, and get back out again. They're probably still in the window. So, as we've seen, all the other cars sort of duck back into the pits, change tyres, and get out for that final run.
Yeah. There we go. Hello, Butch. Nice to see you, mate. Welcome to the stream. 4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes. And who have we got coming round at the moment? It's Terence. And he looks like he is going to go into the pits. He's way off his time there. We've got the 2 Ferraris. They're going to come in as well. We've got the Haas of Salt for Chips. Has Salt improved? No, he's not. He's actually up. He's actually down on his time. Unfortunate there. But will he? Oh, he's way down on his time there. So no improvement.
Way down.
No improvement. Go straight in, wouldn't you? Go straight in and go again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've still got time to get in and just get out again.
Definitely.
What do we got here? Toasty. They have invalidated. Probably going into the pits. No,
he's done.
All right, they're going on a lap.
He's going. He's got enough. Fuel in that car. Let's have a look. Going into turn 1. Let's see if we're going to see an improvement here. 108.329. Let's have a look how he's going to go in the Aston. We've got yellows at the moment, which looks like that is Panic. He's just going to move out the way. Good to see. Well done. So let's have a look. Toasty. Up on his time in Sector 1. He's
Oh,
then
and he's
invalidated.
invalidated.
Oh,
Oof.
ouch. That's not what you
And what
want.
do they got? 1.6 in fuel, so very tight for getting around and getting a solid lap in. Let's see how they go.
Might be able to do it. Might be able to go again, but that's not what you want. You do not want to be wasting fuel. Do not want to be wasting those tyres either. At the moment, we've still got Boltzeroo, Plugger, and With Matif. Kick Sauber's having another fantastic weekend. They are really taking it to Mercedes this weekend, especially to Plugger. It's like a double team at the moment, isn't it? From Kicks on the championship leader at the moment, as we are about to see With Matif go again. This time, no toe from his teammate. So he's going to have to do it all on his own, and it's only a tenth between him and his teammate. So let's have a look and see what we are going to see going into Sector 1, if we are going to see an improvement, because this will be the last time we see Whiff go out. Here we go. Burning the ERS, down that main straight, getting onto the DRS. No one in front, no one really behind, so he's got a free track at the moment. 1.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. You've got your predictions in. Let's have a look. 43% USA and Bolts, 57% USA and Squash Josh. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Sector 2 in Whiff. Is he up or down on his time? Let's have a look.
Ooh.
Long pause.
Hang on. I can't
Still a
see
long
it.
pause. Come on.
He is down on his time just slightly, 6 thousandths of a second. So.
He's pulled out. He's gone to none. Okay.
Oh no, is he invalidated?
No, he hasn't invalidated. I think he's going to go again.
No, he didn't have the time he wanted, so back around again.
Yeah, and Panic is about to finish up his time. Are we going to see an improvement from the McLaren of Panic? Crossing the line, does a 107, goes up to a 107.9, pushes himself into P12.
Well,
Good position there. He was 18th, pushed himself up a few places. It is all about scoring points. We've got a few guys coming around as well. We've got Salt for Chips, we've got a Ferrari, and we've got Joyful, who's invalidated, who is going to go again. He's got enough fuel in that car. We've got the two Mercedes as well. Angus is on an out lap. Plugger is on an out lap. And who is going to get this right? Plugger is behind Angus. So we'll have to see how this is going to go. Hopefully it doesn't go wrong. We've got a Red Bull of, looks like Squash Josh, going pole position with a 107.418. Good lap from Squash Josh, taking pole position. Protein Group going up to P15. And it looks like we are going to see another Alpine. This is the person that we were looking out for tonight. And it is this man of Chisel. What's it going to be from Chisel? Doesn't look like an improvement. He is going to start his lap. Salt for Chips goes pole position with a 107.376. They're changing left, right, and centre. What about the kicks? It's all about Boltzeroo now. Boltzeroo's coming round. It looks like Whiff is coming round. He's up on his time a little bit. Are we going to see an improvement? No, he stays P5. Boltzeroo has got the Aston right behind him. What's Boltz going to do? Is he going to take pole position in Brazil? No, he goes P2, but Zoo takes pole position from him from a 107.371, 5,000ths of a second slower than Salt for Chips. And it could be more drama here. We've got Squash Josh. He's got another opportunity, or has he? We'll have to wait and see. At the moment, we've got a few other guys coming around. It looks like we've got another Aston Martin of Toasty, who goes very, very slow across the line. He is done and dusted. We've got the Ferrari of Hennessy crossing the line. Are we going to see an improvement? No, P14. We've got the Williams of Kyotonic into the pit. Not the best of qualifying from him. What about Joyful? Joyful is crossing the line. No, he's done. He's in P8. Panic crossing the line. And I think that is it. I don't think there's going to be anyone else. We've got one Haas, and that's Salt for Chips, and he's coming into the pits. Squash Josh is coming into the pits, and that is your qualifying. And where did that come from? Zoo taking pole position of the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Now, I missed it, but surely they've got a bit of help along the way. Got a toe there, because that's just come out of nowhere. That's a great time, 107.371. And 5/1000ths of a second to place two. It's interesting to see that, between pole position there and P10, there is only 0.3 in it. That is a highly competitive field.
Yeah, really, really good to see. Good to see someone different for a change there. I've not seen that. So Zoo got a fat toe from Bolts. Yes, I think he did. Definitely. Nobody thought this would happen. Yeah, he would get pole, and then other. Joyful needs an invite. Oh, you're going to have to invite him because I don't think he is on my list. No, not on my list. If Panic can send him one, that would be great because I don't have him. Let me just see if Panic can send him one. If Panic can send him one, would be great. Or China will have to send you one, and you'll have to add Joyful China if you can.
Okay.
I'll get his EA. Hang on. There we go. So we missed out on the classification results there, but yeah, I'll try and get him in. I don't have him. He's not. Let's have a look. If someone can invite him, awesome. If not, then I don't know. I can't. I don't have him. I don't think. Joyful. Nope. No.
I'm just trying to get it out.
He's not there on mine, unfortunately. So if Panic can invite him, job done. All right. So we'll have to see how we go, and this is going to be a very interesting night indeed. I'm going to just see if I can get you to send him an invite. I just need to find EAIDs. Here we go. Right, here's tag.
Oop, hang on.
Have you found him?
No, it's just I've just lost connection for us.
There you go.
Little bars. All right, here we go. Yep.
There you go. I sent you. Right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. And Dino's going to drive through penalty. Not the best start for the Williams driver or TP. And Zoo, how's he going to go going into turn 1? He takes pole position. And here we go. Salt for Chips in P2. Boltzer in P3. Plugger in P4. Squash Josh in P5. Jizzle in P6. Arcade Gaming and With Matifa going at it side by side. Softs versus mediums. Interesting strategy there for the Red Bull driver. And here we go. Who's going to get the job done? Out in front of With Matifa there. Then Angus. Then Kyo. Then Joyful, who's going side by side with Protein Group. Joyful is in the lobby. Great to see. Hopefully he takes control of that car. Hennessy in P13. Toasty in P14, Churko, Panic, Terrence, Dido, and Paddy Pat down there in P19 on soft tyres. Hopefully, Paddy Pat is in the lobby. I don't know if he is. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know, Barry, if he is in the lobby. What time is the actual race? It's on now, mate. It's on now, Dino. Zoo leading the way, and a great start for Zoo. Bolt's Room and Salt for Chips really going for the move here. Zoo is going to have... He's going to have a lot of pressure on his hands tonight, but a great start for the Aston Martin driver of the Zoo, China.
Absolutely, he's off to a cracker of a start there, and we can see we've got a DRS train all the way down to 12th place. So I imagine that'll be coming on very shortly, or if it's not already on. And then we've got another DRS train down to position 19. Looks like Dito's in the pit. They copped a drive-through or something.
Yeah, he did cop a drive-through there. And what time is the actual race? 7:30 p.m. AEST. If that's what you're after. There you go, Dino. And feel free if you want to join the Discord or jump on board, mate, let us know in the chats and someone will send you an invite to the Discord. Zoo in pole position at the moment. The question is, and we said this last night, and we said this in the comms box last night, very, very clear, these guys have to work with each other. You do not want to battle in this race because as soon as you start to battle, you start to lose time. So this is the question we're seeing at the moment. P1 all the way down to P11 is a DRS train. Zoo's gone! Zoo's gone! Bugger's had to avoid it and gone absolutely way off track there. He's got to be careful how to re-enter, and he's lost several positions. That could have been curtains for Plugger. That could have been curtains. He done very well to avoid that. That was a code brown moment. Protein Group going around the outside, trying to get the job done on Angus, getting very, very close there. Wow, that is so unfortunate for Zoo. He's gone from hero to P7 in the space of one corner.
And I'm not sure what's prompted that, but yeah, look, how did everyone avoid that? That's amazing to get through that. Well done, guys. We see everyone sort of locked back in now, and Zoo sitting comfortably about half a second behind Whiff.
Angus is round. He's lost it round. He needs to. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get DSQ'd. He pulls it round. Nicely done. Down into P18. Both Mercedes dropping big positions there. We've got someone else going off the track. And that looks like that's Joyful. Joyful's gone off track. He needs to be careful how he re-enters as well. Being overtaken by Hennessy as well. There was drama happening everywhere.
We've got a bit of
Kev has nearly gone into the back of Panic there. Kev coming round the outside. Panic lets him past. A lot of drama going on there. Joyful's nearly gone into the side of Trio Kev. He's getting to Trio Kev. A little bit of drama there. I'm trying to keep up what's going on. It's all going on in the back.
And there is a lot of bumping going on all the way through the order. We've got Squash Josh coming up on Bolts in third and second for Bolts there. Made a lot of passes and then back down to that midfield where swapping positions left, right, and centre here. It's a very entertaining track to watch, SJ, if everyone keeps it tidy enough.
It is, but they need to follow. They don't want to battle. They're great position that the two kicks are in, and so are the Red Bulls and P5 and P3, P2 and P6. One on completely different strategy here. Arcade Gaming may have nailed this strategy. We'll have to wait and see. He needs to get in front of Jizzle, though. He does not want to be sitting behind and wasting those tyres, but he's got with Matif, who is right behind him. Matif, who looks like he's ready to pounce and go for the move on the right-hand side. Look at how much he's using of the track. And then there you go. Arcade shuts the door, gets the job done. He's going to have better exit speed, better corner speed to the guy on the mediums at the moment. They are a very, very fast tyre, but they are going to fall off very, very quickly if he stays in this battle. So he wants to try and get the move down. So we see Plugger making a move on Zoo. Zoo getting back into it. Zoo having a little bit of a clip there. Zoo trying to make on the outside, going on the outside of Plugger, and he gets the job done. I think, Plugger's gone into him. Plugger's gone into him, hits into the sign and down into P8. Little bit of an indecisive moment there from Plugger. I think he was trying to cut back behind Zoo and he got it all wrong and he's hit the back of the Aston Martin and Zoo is now up in a P7 and he is 1.4 seconds back. Will he be able to pull in that gap? He should be able to because there is a bit of a traffic. Do not want to lose the DRS. Protein Group 1.3 behind Plugger. A lot of drama happening with big drivers in this race. Big drivers. Dido with the drive-through. Plugger with the incident. And then obviously Zoo with the spin from P1 down to P7. A lot is happening in this race early on.
There's a lot on the go, and you would have thought that Zoo had moved up several positions by now, but it's just that tighter battle. He's sort of keeping pretty in seventh place, and I see Jizzle's up in fourth, so that race pace is coming on now, and you think they'll be looking to close the gap as quickly as they can.
Yeah, as we see an RK and Whiff Mativa going side by side, softs versus mediums, and Whiff does get the job done.
And Bolt's up in the first.
And I think RK's tyres are gone already, lap 5. Trying to hold to the back of Whiff. If you can, great job. If you can't, it's going to be an interesting night. And yeah, as you said, Bolt's in P1 at the moment. He did make the job done on Salt for Chips on the second DRS zone. So I reckon we'll see an overtake here from Salt on Bolts and they'll just keep switching around. But at the moment, everyone from P1 down to P7, all within the DRS. Plugger not in the DRS yet. So yeah, this could be a worry.
Struggling to catch back on. Yeah, he's breaking out to 1.5 now on that straight, and that's a bit concerning. You need to be able to sort of keep that gap. Otherwise, it just blows out really quickly. You can see Arcade Gaming is struggling a little bit there on the soft, so obviously banking on an early safety car, which hasn't happened, and so they'll be going to pits for you'd think for hards to the end.
Salt and Bolts are not getting that right. He slowed right down. Salt for Chips tried to make the overtake and they were still going side by side and they're going even closer now. Look at this. This is bumper to bumper. One bit of braking badly here, and it is a domino effect on all 5 of those cars, and you do not want front wing damage here. That is something you do not want. Panic into the pits on the hards. So is Joyful. They're going for the longest stretch. Could help. We'll have to wait and see. They are a long way down, 17 seconds behind P16 and 41 seconds behind the leader. They're going to have to work together and work together very, very quickly. Otherwise, it's going to be a painful night for those two down there in P17 and 18, and also Terence as well. And I don't know if Paddy Pat is actually in this lobby or not. Barry, if you can let me know, mate, because he's on the soft compound tyres, and at the moment, if he is, he's scoring a point as it stands at the moment.
I think that's AI. There's barely any ERS usage. Unless he's being super restrained and just trying to keep it there, but that looks like an AI car to me.
There we go. Well, there we go. Bit of a shame, and Squash Josh taking the lead there, and and these guys really need to they are burning so much of the ERS. They're only running on fumes at the moment, like 20%, going into Sector 3 now. You want to be running a little bit more than that. You want to be running that none. And we noticed this. Yes. We noticed this with two-door in Division 5. When we were going into that section, going the DRS zone in Sector 1, and then you get to that Sector 2, that's where you want to be hitting it in none. Just riding it through the track very easily and then saving it up. So now you got around about 80-90% coming down the main straight and burning that hot lap, and then switching it with the DRS as Boltzeroo is about to go for the move done on Josh now over on the left-hand side. A lot of moves going on behind, though. As you can see, Jizzle getting involved in it. Jizzle, where's Jizzle going to go? Jizzle on the inside. Does he get the move done? There's a bit of a smack. There's a bit of a tap. And he's going to look at that. He's going to lose 3 positions by probably putting his car in the wrong area there. And maybe something to look at there, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. It could be a bit of banging wheels there.
It's a very late SJ. That's probably wasn't the place for that move, but it's an easy mistake to make. You get caught up in that DRS train and just dragged into the corner.
I'm surprised. He's still in it, though. He's still in that P5 position at the moment and still got a massive opportunity, but needs to really rethink those overtakes of what he's going to do, because that is not what we want to do at the moment. As we've got Salt and Squash Josh very, very close, but they've got to be careful because Boltzeroo is pulling out to an 8.5 temp gap, and they do not want to lose that DRS. They lose that DRS, they're in trouble. Josh, let's have a look. He's got the DRS back. Boltzeroo is in 40%, Squash Josh is in 35%, and he's not going to get the job done, I don't think, on Boltzeroo in this turn 1, as Zoo does get a penalty very early on there, and Plugger has joined the pack finally, and he's right behind Arcade Gaming. The problem is, if Arcade Gaming does lose the DRS, Plugger will struggle here, but looks like Plugger is going to make the move on Arcade Gaming. No, he's not. He's going to stay in.
Oh, just bailed out.
And look at Kyo and Protein Group working together, and they pulled in the gap. So we're going to have a 10-car battle at the moment. It looks like very, very soon. If Protein Group can pull in that 1.9 seconds, then we're going to have a 10-car battle, because those two are working very, very well together, and everyone is in with the DRS. Zoo, 7.5 temps. Arcade, 6.5 temps. I reckon we're going to see a pit stop very, very soon from the Red Bull driver. And Zoo getting that penalty, that's going to hurt him. And Plugger back in the race again after that not best of starts there. But we know what he's like. We know what he's capable of. But great job so far from the Kicks and the Red Bulls.
What do you think for safety cars, SJ? We're gonna see one a bit later on, or everyone's keeping it tidy enough? I see a few brave moves on the go, including Arcade Gaming's. There seems to be pushing it quite deep into turn 1, trying to put pressure on Zoo in front.
I've said 22 laps. Will we see a safety within 22 laps? How's that? All right, I've doubled it, so 11 and 11. And we'll go.
Excellent.
We'll go 5. We'll go 5 minutes. We'll go 5 minutes, and then see what people think about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have tuned in, we're on lap 11 out of 36 at the moment. Boltzeroo leading the way, looking to pull away very, very soon. He is trying to pull that gap, 9.5 tenths, and looking very, very close to a second. Excuse me. Then we've got Salt for
Oof,
Chips
nudging.
in P3 at the moment. They are your top three. Plugger down there in P10. I think he's made a mistake because I've just seen here that Protein
Ooh.
Group and Kyotonic are in front of Plugger. Plugger's now down into P10.
Well, I'm not sure where that happened there. Maybe in that midsection, but I'd really just be guessing. And into the pits he goes. So does he cop some damage, or surely not cook those tires already?
I'm just gonna have a look. Oh, Plugger's in. Plugger is in the pits. I think he.
Yeah,
No front wing damage. Just change of tyres on the hard.
going for the undercut.
It's early. It is early because the mediums can do 16 laps. So 12. Going to be interesting. Interesting strategy. Going to push him all the way
That's
down.
very early.
And do you know what the worst thing is? He's going to come out in traffic.
Right in that mid pack.
Yep.
Well, right at the tail, so he's coming out in position 15.
Yeah.
That's a tough spot unless you cop a safety car or just happen to be able to jump everyone in the pits. He's going to have to keep his lap times nice and tight. As you see, he's on his out lap, a little bit sloppy there. The tyres have got to get some heat into him, pushing a little deep in the corners.
Interesting to see as well. He's come right out behind his nemesis, his old TP of Dido, in P14 position, and he's got the pace. You can see on the medium, on the hards there. Dido will get the DRS off RK. Plugger is right there though. Will he hold him up? That's going to be the question. Will he let him pass straight away? As we can see, Dido, he is using the DRS. He's going for another lap. Plugger is going to go for make the move on the right hand side, and he does make the move. And he goes past. Does he get the move done? Dido goes around the outside. He's going to fight the Mercedes here. They're going to go side by side. Nice little bit of driving here. Gets the job done, but he's going to fight it. Look at this. They're going side by side. This is great driving. I know that, and Dido's going to get the job done. This is hurting Plugger's race. This is hurting Plugger's race massively. And Dido holds him up, and he's going to probably put it onto none. And, he's put it on. That is not helping Plugger.
Not at all. No. Not at all. But
drama there.
As we were saying, you do need to drop it down into none through this section. You've got to bank that ERS through the laps. We're seeing the lead pack have come into pit for their hard tyres. So Bolt's down into 9th position. Squash Josh 10th. We've got Angus in 11th.
10-second penalty. Speeding. Is Plugger got past Dido? Yes, he has. He's got past him now, up into P14. We're seeing a few pit stops as well. Squash Josh has stopped. Bolts has stopped. We're seeing a few guys coming in. Kyotonic still going out leading this race at the moment. We've got the two Ferraris in P2 and P3. Great job from them. Really, really good job from them tonight. They've obviously made some serious places. And Plugger, a 3-second penalty. That is going to hurt him. He's not going to be happy with that. And he's now going to come into traffic of Zoo, who's on fresher tyres. So could be an interesting night for Plugger at the moment, down there in P13. But the two McLarens, they're not. Yeah, they're just not. They've not got it right tonight, unfortunately. Probably been involved in a few incidents as well. But they are on older tyres, already 9 laps and 8 laps, and down there in P16 and P18. So they are going to have to want to help for a late safety car in this race. Still can happen. Still can happen. We've seen a lot of close battle racing as Hennessy's dropped down into P4, so he's gone from P3 to P4. Bit of drama there. Has he lost a bit of damage to his car coming into the pits? No, he's not coming into the pits. Wow! So close with Boltzaroo there. That could have been curtains there as Boltzaroo gets past Trio.
And he's taken out.
He's gone into.
He's taken out Priakev.
A bit of a drama there. So lap 15. Feature Hennessy, and
just missed his brake marker there, and nowhere to go, but into the side of his competitor there, and just pushed him off track, unfortunately.
Oh, bit of drama going on in this race. Joyful 3-second time penalty. That's all right, J-Man, no problem, mate. Just want to see if you were doing it or not, or keeping up keeping up to date with it.
So it looks like the Kick Boys have got the strategy right on track. They're third and fifth respectively with fresh hard tyres. So that's a great place to be when you've got a lot of the cars around you needing to drop into the pits.
Look at this battle. You got 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th all coming into this. And you've also got Plugger coming into it now in P12 who gets the job done on Trio Kev. He's still got an opportunity to score good points here because these guys are really close together. Look how close they are. It is a big battle. And we've got Hennessy, 15 laps. He is the boat in this battle at the moment. Look at the difference. You've got 3 in front of Jizzle and 2 behind with Soul. And does he have damage as well? He needs to come in. He won't want to be going any further on those tyres. He's already got involved in an incident there with Trio Kev. But look at this. He's holding them all up. And they do not know what to do. They can't make the move. Because it'll be curtains if they try and go for something. Salt for Chips is going outside. Hennessy goes off into the wall and he's out. And that brings out a safety. That's got to bring a safety out. Yes, it does.
That's the safety car on.
That was a bad accident. Bad accident there from the Ferrari. And he is out of this race. And that does give Joyful and Panic a massive opportunity. Also Plugger, also Angus, also Dido, Trio Kev, everyone has a massive opportunity now. Bad accident though, and Kyotonic has got a free pit stop.
I think the field's going to find it a bit of a challenging. Anyone who's on medium's got to go into the pit now. They're going to have a tough run getting back up the field. It's with the safety obviously tightens everything up there, but you've got a lot of cars to try and get past. We can see Paddy Pat's. So he's gone in for mediums. So you'd have to think that's AI.
Yeah, it is. His electric win.
Yeah.
His electric win. So he just messaged me now.
It's unfortunate for Paddy Pat.
That sucks because he hasn't been back for a while and he comes back and his electric's gone. Well, what a night so far. And there you go, safety car within lap 22. And people have said no. 5K said no, and they've got that incorrect. Will we see a safety car within 22 laps? And yes, we will. So the answer is yes. So you got that wrong, guys.
Yes, we will.
So there you go.
Yes, we will. And perfect timing to get a set of hards to the end. So everyone who's pitted before that, you're sitting in a good spot.
Yeah.
And now it's just about keeping it tidy for the rest of the race.
Yeah, definitely.
Who do you think's going to be on for fastest lap, SJ? Who's putting on pace?
Let's have a look at the moment. Boltzeroo is the fastest car on track. Kyotonic and Protein Group have got brand fresh, spanking new hard compound tyres. Paddy Pat is the only one on the mediums. That is a big stint. Joyful and Panic, look, 11 and 12 on those hards. They're going to want another safety car so they can get on those mediums. Down there in P13 and P14 on the oldest tyres out of everyone. That has not worked for them. I think Jizzle's got some serious pace in this race. But there's some penalties as well. There's some big penalties. You've got 13 for Zoo. Is he on old tyres? Oh, he's on brand only 4 lap hards. Yeah, that's a big one because he's got the 10. Okay, with the 3, Plugger with the 3, Joyful.
You're just racing for pride now.
Yeah, bit a lot of drama in this. A lot of drama in this race. You know, you wouldn't have thought you would have seen the 2 Mercedes down there in P10 and P12. Definitely not the 2 McLarens in P13, P14, or Dido either. You know, obviously the kicks in prime time, absolute prime time. Boltzeroo in P1 with Matif in P2. You know, they're in great positions at the moment. Massive points up for grabs as well for them, for the team. Yeah, interesting to see there. Protein Group, great jump from him. He has made so many positions due to that free pit stop. So is Kyotonic as well. Going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting. I think I'm feeling for the McLarens at the moment, not being biased at all, but I am because the 12 and 13 laps, you know, that's hard. You know, everyone around them is on fresh tyres. They've got 4 laps in front on Angus. and they've got 4 laps behind on Dido. So I don't
And
know.
I can tell you from personal experience, it's a
I'd
hard
go
slog
in.
once you start getting
I'd go in.
those hards up to 40-50% plus. They get very slippery.
Do you know what I'd do? I'd go in. I'd go in.
Yeah, you're not losing that many
No,
positions, and
I'd
there
go
is
in.
a few pens around. Joyful's obviously got a bit of a pen there, but there is some pens around, so you only have to climb a few spots to get back into the points. It's probably would have been worth the pit.
Yeah, I'd have gone in. I'd have double stacked and just gone in. Stuff it. Why not? Gone on the mediums. Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah,
You know.
work together in the final stages and just sort of bring each other along for the ride and try and get back up into something competitive.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be difficult. They're on those old hards against people on fresh. Green cars look good at the front. Yeah, they do. Tudor, it's been a very, very good weekend for Kick. Is it because Brazil is green? Is that the reasons why? Joyful a 10-second. Joyful's got a 10-second penalty for colliding with Angus.
Oh,
Absolute drama here, and he's damaged his front wing. What is
oh
happening
no!
there? How can you do that
But
on safety car?
bad to worse, SJ. Bad to worse,
I don't
mate.
understand how you can do that. He's nearly done it
Oh,
again.
and he's almost done it again.
How do you do that on safety
Joyful,
car?
just back it off a bit.
I don't get how you do that on safety car. It's really interesting. And safety
Ugh.
car is in, and he is going to have damage. He is going to hold up his teammate. Yeah,
Oh, jeez, he's pushing it.
interesting. Interesting.
Well, you'd have to think just get out of Panic's way and let him get some points on the board for the team because that's Joyful's race done.
Yeah, interesting to see here. I'm just watching on board. You can't be going side by side in a safety car restart. Yeah, that's it. Good to see Josh. Well done. I was watching, just peeking Tom there, peeking Tom. But the 2 kicks out in front at the moment. P1, P2 just going through the pack. We've got Kyotonic and Protein Group going very, very close together. Panic getting a 3-second time. Apparently, it's not the weekend for McLaren at the moment at Brazil. We've got Panic and I think it looks like Dido going side by side. Dido on better tyres, gets the job done. Panic down into P15. And Zoo down into P10 on 16 seconds, and we are going to have some drama going on here. Plugger up in a P9, getting through. And he's got Arcade Gaming again to get past, and he was holding him up earlier on. Dido was holding him up earlier on as well, but at the moment, we'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's going to be a great night for Kick Sauber, but anything can happen. And I do believe in 16 laps, we are going to see another safety car. I do believe it is just doable. I just think it's going to happen.
Don't jinx Div 3, SJ.
Yeah,
but
I think we are.
I'd be interested to know if there is going to be another safety. I think that's worth a vote.
Well, I'm trying to think of another prediction. We can put it up if you want to, but you think we're going to see a second safety car?
I think so. I think it's inevitable. There's a few drivers with pens there still going for it, and look, I think with a pen hanging over your head and eager driver.
There we go. 5 minutes. Predictions in, guys. Put it in. There you go. Will we see a second safety car? Going back down to the back. Well, we've got Plugger losing out to Zoo there. These guys are really going for it. Zoo has lost his front plate there. On the right-hand side, he's going to go around the outside. Plugger is going. These guys are really going for it. We've got Salt for Chips getting into it. We've got Zoo getting into it as well. There could be a spin here. There's a bit of drama going on at the back. We've got Dido getting involved. Zoo is involved. Salt for Chips is involved. Toasty's involved as well. And he's got through into P9. Plugger now into P8. Does have that 3-second. Zoo now has damage on that car on the front right-hand side. That's going to hurt him. And I think I've got a feeling. Because he's getting very close to the Haas now, going around the outside. We're seeing a bit of a switcheroo from the top. And Salt is in. So I reckon he'll go on the mediums and he'll go to the end. And he believes that he looks like to be another safety car. And we're seeing Joyful in. So Joyful will serve his pin. I reckon we're going to see him come in for the mediums as well. So we are seeing. But does Salt have damage? Can't see because he does.
Can't see.
Front wings off.
There we go.
There we go, back up to the front again. China, I'm going to let you jump on board with Jizzle for an onboard.
All right, so we've got Jizzle trailing the lead pack of 3 there. So looks like we've got a DRS all the way down to position 6. We've got Whiff in place 1, Bolts behind him, Squash Josh, Jizzle in P4 with the onboard. We've got Kyo in position 5 and Protein Group rounding out the top 6. That group has a 2-second gap to Arcade Gaming's. Looks like that gap might be growing a little bit as well, so we'll see how that goes as the race progresses. But look, very tight race at the top here. It looks like everyone's sort of biding their time to some extent as we come into turn 1. Just nice and tidy. That's very clean racing. It's really good to see. Coming out on the second DRS, let's see if there's any moves on. Just everyone locking in. And look, it's easy to forget when you're up the top there that to some extent you do set the pace of the race, and so if you need to bank a bit of ERS, you can knock it back into medium. And most often than not, the people behind you are going to be pretty happy to sort of tuck in and just sort of bank up a bit as well.
Yeah.
It looks like what's happening here.
Yeah, we are seeing it. All these guys all working together in the DRS. Kyo is working with Jizzle, Jizzle's working with Squash Josh, and the 2 kicks are working together. And Squash Josh just staying in that DRS at the moment. These guys got plenty of battery. Good working together. Protein Group is actually involved in that now. He's in that P6 position, 6.5 temps. Great night for him. In the points as we see Boltsaru and with Matif changing positions there again. Plugger into P7, getting the job done on RK. Both have penalties at the moment, and yeah, unfortunately, if it stays the same as it does, they are going to drop quite a fair bit because everyone is in a DRS train behind them. So in it all the way to P12 at the moment. And yeah, and Zoo has got another penalty, so that's 16 seconds. Ouch. And let's look at the tyres. Terrence is on 6-lap mediums. Joyful is on 1-lap mediums. 11 seconds behind Salt for Chips. Does have that penalty though, laying on him at the moment. 3 seconds. Salt for Chips, I feel for him, really do. He's on hards. And he had a very, very good night in the sprint and a very good start of the night, of the feature. 24 laps out of 36 at the moment. We're not even halfway, nearly halfway. And Panic there in P15 in that last points place. Paddy Pat will unfortunately be DSQ'd because he is not in the car. Terrence in P14 doing the best he can. And working with Terrence and Trio Kev there. Angus down there in P12 working with Dido. So a lot of these guys working with each other. The question is, are they going to be able to pull that gap in? Because RK is 3 seconds behind Protein Group. And he is hurting Plugger's race, Toasty's race, Zoo's race, and Dido. And the problem is...
He's really pushing that whole second pack all the way back. Well, that's a big gap.
Yeah, 3.1. So yeah, these guys, P7 all the way down to P18, need a safety. If not, it's race over. Unfortunately, it's
interesting to see that the quality drivers caught up in that. We've got Dido down there and Panic, Salt for My Chips, as you mentioned before, just awful. It's surprising to see those drivers at the back of the pack.
Joyful's lost it.
Oh no.
He's gone off track, no damage, just the tyres are going to be hurting. Boltsaru and Whiff change again. And Squash Josh just needs to be patient. Oh, there's a yellow, and he's gone off again. So I don't know what's going on there with his tyres. I don't know if his tyres are cooked. I'm just looking at his tyres to see. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he's got side pod damage or not.
He must have side pod damage. His tyres are only 3 laps old.
Yeah. Rear wing.
Hang on,
Diffuser's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's had to get out of the way.
Oh, come on.
Oh, look at this. He's got everyone coming around the corner. Oh, no.
Just stay off the track.
Oh, he's going to be in serious trouble, and he doesn't want to take out his teammate. as his teammate comes around the corner as well. All going wrong there for Joyful in that McLaren. And I think he'll probably bring that car into the pits and retire because that car is gone. And Fishlips had the same problem yesterday, and he is really struggling. And that was extremely dangerous, and that will be looked at. Unfortunately, Joyful will be looked at lap 26.
Whereas we see Squash Josh push himself into second place there, takes away, pushes Whiff down into third. A nice tidy move. It looks like Whiff might have jumped out of the way there, which is the right thing to do at this stage.
Yeah.
But now we see Squash making the overtake for P1.
Oh, free wide there between Kyotonic and Jizzle. And Joyful just needs to get that car into the pits and retire it as much as he can, because that car's done. Unfortunately, it's painful night for McLaren driver there.
Oh no, he's around again.
Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall, and that is out. He is out, and that is.
That's a safety.
No, you would think that would be a safety because look where the position is.
He's
Well, the stewards have done a great job because they've cleared.
How is that not a safety?
I don't know how that's not a safety. But Squash Josh is in P1. He's taken he's done the job done on the two kicks there, and well, there we go. And Plugger has got the job done on Arcade Gaming in that P8 position, but Arcade's going to come back at him and look for a move. Let's have a look. Is Arcade going to go for the move there? Someone goes for the move. Angus goes for a last-ditch move on Dido. Doesn't get the job done. Stays in behind. There's a lot of desperation going on here. Panic 6 seconds behind. Salt for chips. Massive opportunity for a point, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Toasty and Plugger are going at it. Oh, Plugger gets it wrong. Plugger gets it wrong coming out the exit there. Has to slow right down. Toasty's right behind him.
No.
A lot of drama in this midfield pack. A lot of drama going on. We're on lap 28. How are we not seeing another safety car? I do not know. These cars, look at them. This is a huge DRS train from Plugger all the way down to Terrence. It's massive.
And Plugger's, 4+ seconds out from the lead group of 6 who are all just really tucked in for that DRS train. But yeah, as you say, all the way down to the bottom from Plugger onwards, we've got another DS train down to 14th. So 2 clear groups there.
Oh, Protein
group.
Plugger
jammed in the middle.
Goes for the move on the kick. Doesn't get the job done. With goes around the outside. Protein Group's really trying for it. We are starting to see some moves happening.
Protein Group's in.
We're starting to see some moves happening now. These guys are going to start to harvest and they're going to start to go for it. We're seeing Squash Josh in front. We're seeing Kyotonic go for a move on Protein Group around the outside. He's had a bit of a connection there, a little bit of a tap. And Protein Group goes around the outside. They're going to go side by side. It's the Williams versus the Ferrari. Kyotonic keeps it in a P4. Little bit of a tap to get the position. We'll have to wait and see if it's going to stay. Jizzle staying in that P6 behind at the moment. It's all kicking off at the front, and it's definitely kicking off at the back. Plugger still P7. He's still got a massive traffic jam behind him, and he's trying. I don't know if he's trying to bring them along. Or I don't know what he's trying to do here, but this is interesting. It's not gone to plan for him tonight, unfortunately. And there's a lot of cars behind him that are going to get points. Dido is in a good position. He knows he's right behind him. And here we go. Look at this. They're all going very, very close. You've got Toasty getting very, very close. You've got Arcade Gaming getting very close. Everyone's switching around, going left and right. Ooh. You've got Arcade Gaming going around the outside of the Aston Martin. Everyone's staying within formation. Do not get those brakes wrong. Oh, Angus is gone and he's lost it at the back. Terrence then has to back out. Trio Kev is just going to go around the outside of Terrence. It's all kicking off in that backpack. All of it.
There is battles all across the field here. I mean, the top pack seem to be keeping it nice and tidy, but towards the back there, there is a real race going on.
There is, and Squash Josh is holding on to this. He is holding on to this. He's got 6 laps, and ladies and gentlemen, we can still have a safety car within that time frame. Will we see a second safety car? 9,000 of you and 100% of you are saying no. Well, Let's have a look, because this is
Oof.
where things are starting to get a little bit desperate. We're seeing a big gap here. Plugger is 5 seconds back from Jizzle, so that's done. I don't think that's going to be able to be made unless anything happens in the next few laps. Dido is right behind Plugger, and he's bringing in RK, Zoo, Toasty, Kev, Angus, Terrence, and back up to the front. We've seen Squash Josh lose that position to Bolts. The kicks are working together. 92% Dido. Does he get the job done? Oh, he gets onto the brakes, gets the job done on Plugger into P7. And well done there, gets the job done. And back further down the back, we've got Trio Kevin Terrence have gone round. Someone's gone round at the back, and it looks like it may have been Terrence there. Back up to the front. Oh my God, I can't keep up. This is all over the place.
Mate, it's a tough race to keep up with. We can see the kicks are split at the front there. So Squash Josh is sitting nice and neat in position 2. But Plugger here, the gap's out to nearly, what have we got, 6.5 seconds now from Dido to Plugger. So that's Dido just pulling away from him right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying to get a bit of a gap going, but yeah, Plugger's sitting behind him. So yeah, we'll see how that battle goes.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to go, because it is coming to the closing stages of the race. Squash Josh in that P1 position at the moment. Boxer in P2 with Matifa in P3. The kicks could have a massive opportunity here in P2, P1 and P2. Back at the back, we've got Zoo and Trio Kev going at it. There's drama here.
Oh, and Dido's
around. Is that it?
Dido's around.
Does that bring in a safety? No, it doesn't. He's lost it. What's happened there? I didn't see that. So that will be reported, I'm sure of. And that's massive for Dido. He's going to lose several positions there, and Plugger is in the free air of P7. He's got Arcade Gaming right behind him. They're on 20 lap hards, and we're starting to see some gaps form at the moment. Cherkev getting a penalty as well, nearly going into the side of Terrence there. There is drama happening everywhere. Zuging another penalty. What does that bring up to now? 19 seconds of pens. Joyful has left the session due to the crash. Squash Josh leading the way. 4 laps to go, China. And the kicks, they just need to be patient. Everyone needs to be patient. Josh can take
well, realistically, it's anyone's go from first to sixth right now. We've got a long DRS train there, and look, we're tightening up for the laps remaining. But if any drivers have positioned themselves well for a dive, it's nearly time to have a stab at it. There is 6 cars who could take this out.
Yep. Well, next lap we will not see a safety car, so I'll be able to pay that vote out, and I thought we would see one. I really did, the way things were going. And at the moment, it looks like this is a kick battle. What's Kyotonic got up his sleeve, though? 57%. What's Protein Group got up his sleeve? Oh, Jizzle. You know, these guys are just following this line. Are any of these guys going to make a last ditch and go for a move? You know, this is going to be the
Protein Group sitting on 100% ERS and sitting in 5th position there and keeping up with Kyo. So surely they're going to be on for a move pretty soon. If they want to get to the podium, they're going to need to gain those positions in the next lap or two.
Well, I'll tell you something. This is a fantastic finish for Division 3. We have 6 cars battling for P1. Really, if you think about it.
We do, and we know the DRS is really strong here, and all we need is a slight mistake, and that's going to be positions lost and positions gained. So everyone on their best behaviour. It looks like we're keeping it neat and tidy for the time being.
Yeah, and this is the problem. I'm seeing Protein Group trying to get past Kyo, but he's got the DRS in front, and he's using a bit of his ERS, and that's hurting Protein Group, and he's actually gone from 100 down to 49%. You know, we've now seeing a little bit of a gap form between Whiff and Bolts, but now it's pulled back in. Bolts has then pushed it back into 59. Josh is bringing it back into 51. Kyo bringing it back into 70. So's Protein. Jizzle's gone off. Jizzle's in the wall. Oh no! Commiserations for Jizzle. No. He's lost it. He may have overcooked it. And Plugger into P8 now. And he's actually been overtaken by his teammate of Angus, who has no penalties. And, well, there you go. Toasty is 2 seconds behind Plugger. So Plugger could be in the safe zone at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of drama is happening on closing stages of this race. So we've now got Kyotonic into P4 and with Matif and Protein into P5, RK into P6, Angus in P7 and Plugger now into P8. And Angus making the
And
move
Angus gets
on
position
RK.
6.
Well, there we go. He's not going to get P5 unfortunately because he's 8 seconds back. But this battle is heating up. These guys are already starting to harvest. That is it. We're not going to see any safety car. Will we see a safety car? No, we won't. So congratulations, you got that all right. First thing I need to say to you is, driver of the day.
That's exceptionally tough today. I think we had a bit of a varying performance here today. Look, I think Bolts has got to be in there. Put on a solid performance today. Obviously, this race, I think he's been the most comfortable, sort of exchanging positions and maintaining position where he needs to. But I also think that Kyo is worth a mention there as well.
Well, you've got to pick one. I'm going for Protein.
I'll go with Bolts.
I'm going for Protein Group, and you're going for Bolts. Okay. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Put that up. We are on the last lap. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put this driver of the day up as quick as I can. DOTD, because we don't want to get the last. We don't want to miss the last pit. Bolts and Protein. And I will put that on for 3 minutes. There we go. Start that poll. Get your votes in. The vote is in. Up. Here we go. We've got Squash Josh in control. 41%. He has got a massive opportunity of winning this race. Boltsaru coming around the last couple of corners with Matifas following very, very closely. Kyotonic is in that P4. Protein Group. Great job from him tonight in that P5. Here we go. Squash Josh. Last couple of corners. Here we go. Boltsaru is right behind. He's ready to pounce and go for the move. Are the kicks going to be able to smoke the Red Bull? Here we go. Squash Josh has got everything to power. He's got to burn everything. It's 50%. I think he's going to do it. He's got more
he's got
than
it.
Squash Josh, and he's going to get the job done. He does. Into P1.
He's got it.
P2 and with into P3. Squash Josh's first ever P1 in Division 3. Great to see. Protein Group P5, Plugger in P6, and great drive from him after everything he went through. And what a night that was of racing tonight. Phenomenal.
0.057 back to P2. So that very close to the sprint race in Div 6 last night. I think we had a 0.012 gap there to position 2. That was a very close finish. Squash Josh did really well in maintaining some ERS to the end there because that really saved him.
Okay, well,
what a race.
It was an absolute fantastic race, and we are going to get the interviews in at the moment. So join the comms box. Squash Josh with Bolts, and I think it's going to be close here. It's going to be very, very close between Bolts and Protein. So we'll have to wait and see who that's going to be. Could be Protein. He is leading the votes at the moment, and I think it's well deserved. We'll have to wait and see. But we are going to get these guys in for an interview very, very soon. I'm just waiting on the votes to come through. Any more votes coming through? But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the race done and dusted. And there are your results. Squash Josh taking his first win of the season in Division 3. Great night for him. And also a fantastic night for Kick Sauber in P2 and P3. Bolts finishing in P2 with finishing P3. Fastest lap going to Terence there. And a very, very painful night for Visa Cash App and also McLaren tonight, and very unfortunate for Jizzle and Dido, but does get the points in the end. But what a race, what an end. 109, fastest lap for Terence. So we're just waiting on, and Protein Group gets the driver of the day. Well deserved, mate. So
well done, Protein Group.
Lucas, OTD. There we go. Right, there you go, guys. Jump into the comms box. And China, there you go. That is your first ever
Mate,
night in the comms box.
that was a lot of fun, SJ. Thanks for taking the reins there and running me through it. I've had a blast. It's a bit of fun watching it from this aspect. There's a lot to try and keep across, and especially on a track like this where there's a lot of a lot of argy bargy on the go and lots of action throughout the field.
Definitely, and it's not over yet because we've got the guys jumping in to have a quick chat with us. We're just waiting on Bolts and Lucas, known as Protein Group, and we'll go from there. But first of all, while we wait for these guys to jump in, give us a bit of a summary of tonight's races, sprint and feature. China, when you can. Or has he have you gone? China, are you there? Oh, China? I think we might have lost China. Okay. Well, it looks like we've lost China.
Sorry, mate, have I got you?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you were there. I was just asking you your summary of both races of sprint and feature.
Mate, very close. I feel like both were great races there. Some surprising outcomes there. I sort of felt like there's a few top drivers, really just got jammed in the mid pack there throughout the race. But look, you could see that top pack really sort of gained and maintained their control of the lead pack and really set the pace for the race. So I think, it was very entertaining and not as many incidents as there could have been.
Yep. Very interesting night indeed. And we are going to jump on board. Yeah, you can. You are the first one you will be the first one interviewed, Lucas, because you are driver of the day. So let's get on board with this pretty quick. Okay, let's go to the players' room. And I'll let you take it away with driver of the day, Protein Group.
Protein Group, congratulations on driver of the day, mate. That's very well done.
Thank you. Yeah, good race.
Give us a little recap of how you saw the race going down for you tonight.
Yeah. So I was running a pretty rubbish setup for the sprint. I think that was pretty obvious. So we did a full setup change for the main race. So yeah, that made a good difference. But yeah, just playing it safe. I think riskiest thing I did was, I don't know whether it was picked up on stream, the double overtake on Jizzle and Kaio. But yeah, no, it was a sort of a spot where we were looking at a podium, but yeah, it kind of faltered away at the end.
Yeah, difficult race to keep the consistency up, but you certainly did enough to earn driver of the day, mate. So very well done there. I'll hand you over to SJ.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, actually, a great night. Obviously, probably a little bit of a world war causing in regarding driver of the day. I think there's a driver that's not very happy about the decision, but the decisions were between yourself and Bolt, and I do believe that you've done a great job. Obviously from what happened in the sprint and also your teammate as well, you two deciding to go long, and obviously Hennessy unfortunately losing it and going into the wall, which brought out the safety car, which then gave you and Kyotonic a free pit stop, and that worked very, very well. And you just stayed basically after that safety car behind in P5 all the way along. In with the DRS. And how difficult was that? And we did see you try and get the move done on Kaio, but the problem was you were burning ERS and he was in the DRS, and you were burning as well, and you were both burning, so you couldn't really catch up. So how difficult was it in that train?
Yeah, no, it's track position here is everything. We had it was a few laps better tires on everyone. We just couldn't make it through. I got one move done. So there was the double overtake, which I was very, very happy about at the end of it. Um, lasted 2 laps maybe. But yeah, no, it's just real hard to get through. Tried to burn a bit of ERS and be strategic, but yeah, it's just hard to try and get past a car when they're continuously getting DRS. So yeah, but yeah, in terms of driver of the day, like real props to Bolts up on the podium again. But yeah, no, it's a tough race when there's a DRS train.
Yeah. And obviously, I think tonight there was a few drivers that we did see further down, which we haven't seen before, which was a bit of a shock to us in the system. So yeah, really, really good to see. Congratulations on the drive of the day. Last question probably for you is Suzuka next week. Is that fan favourite of yours? How are you feeling going around there?
Yeah, we've had a pretty rough season so far, so hopefully the turnaround's coming. But yeah, I won in Japan, I believe, last season. So if we can replicate that, that'd be amazing. But yeah, no, Japan is a pretty fun track for me, so I think we should be going pretty well.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But no, congratulations on the driver of the day, and have a good week.
Thanks, mate. You too.
Cheers, mate. All right, we'll jump over to your team, and we're going to talk to them twice. First up, we will talk to Whiff Matif, China. Take it away.
Whiff, how'd we go, mate? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, mate. Yeah, going into this week, I didn't really feel too confident, as I told you before the race. But yeah, just stayed out of trouble for the most part. Yeah, just tried to kind of hold my position and work with Bolts and Josh. We all had Tudor in the engineering part, so shout out to him. Got us a 1-2-3 finish. Got us a 1-2-3. So yeah, not too bad there. But if it wasn't for the sprint and me and Bolts getting shunted off turn one, wouldn't have been too bad.
Yeah, didn't quite catch all the action there. I just saw the two green kicks flying off the screen, which is yeah, obviously a bit of a heartbreaking moment. But look, yeah, that's how racing goes sometimes. I think we've all copped a bit of that along the way. How do you feel in the closing stages of that race? I could see you were banking up a bit of ERS there, you know, sort of hoping maybe the cars in front hadn't been as smart.
Yeah, well, I was kind of just trying not to get in on their little battle that they had. Both Bolts and Josh were trying to get a win. I believe their first wins, so I didn't really want to get too involved with the outcome of that. There were so many times I was just like, oh yeah, Josh breaks early here, so I might dive. But no, I kept it clean. Yeah, didn't want to ruin his race either.
Exactly, mate. You did really well to keep it tidy. Well done, and I'll pass you over to SJ.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, China. What a night for the kicks, especially in the feature. Obviously, the sprint looked like you were going to have a very, very good night. You were up there. Your qualifying was, you know, fantastic once again, P3, and also your teammate in P2. Can you give us a bit of an insight what happened in the sprint?
Just Kyotonic. So it was Bolts in the middle. I got a better start than him off the start, so I'm like, yeah, I might try and squeeze my nose in. But as I started to back out, saw that Kyo had a good start as well, so he went to the left and then just kind of turned in on us both, hit Bolts, and then just knocked me all the way off track. So yeah,
Bit of an investigation coming in
to do
there.
with him soon.
Bit of an
Got some talking to do with him.
It looks like there's going to be an investigation.
He's not responding to my messages, so.
All right, keep it nice. PG, please, PG.
I'm keeping it nice. Unfortunately,
no points in the sprint, and Boltzerud did get points in the end from P2 to P6. So good little comeback there. But you two guys in the feature again, and well, we've seen in your qualifying this season. When we go back to full quali, which is next week, so you'll be excited about that. And also tonight, fantastic once again. But someone came out the middle of nowhere that we didn't think that we were going to see in Zoo. Wow, I don't know how much of a toe he got, but yeah, same question goes to Protein Group. They asked, what was it like in that train? Because we did see you and your teammates switch quite a lot, and then Josh got involved in that, and then he obviously separated you, and it was basically Bolts and him separating. So yeah, how difficult was that train in the end?
I mean, I was running a quite high downforce setup compared to Josh. So yeah, he was just flying past on the straights. I think the lap that he overtook me, I was like, oh, might have the run on you here. So I just went on to none, let him pass, thinking that there's a chance I could get him still. But no, that was the last I was, even touching his car. So, but yeah, once you're in the train, there's not too much you can do apart from just sit back and watch it happen.
Yeah, that is 100%, and it's very, very tough, and we know that for a fact. Especially when you're in that train, you have to make the timing and then the overtakes at the right time, and yeah, got a great drive from both of you. Going into next week, Japan, a strong track for you.
And really just depends on how I feel on the day. It's a really difficult track to do. You can be quick there, but if you touch a curb the wrong way or just look at it a little funny, you'll spin out almost instantly. So I can be quick there, but like I said, anything can happen there.
Okay, all right. Well, we wish you all the best. It's going to be a very interesting weekend there. It's not a fan favourite of mine. I think Sector 1 is going to be very painful. And yeah, just be careful, and yeah, don't go side by side in Sector 1. And then you'll be all right. But no, congratulations on the P3, and have a good week, and we'll see you next week in Suzuka.
Thanks, mate.
And I'll pass you back to yourself, China, and you can go with the other kick, Salma, of Bolts.
Bolts, how we going, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. Pretty good.
Looks like you put in a solid effort there tonight, mate. Well done. Well done. Would be aiming for P1, but yeah, very highly contended, and just couldn't quite squeeze enough ERS out there in the end.
Yeah, I instantly knew that I couldn't get Josh out of the last corner because we both know that he had a lot of wings than me. So yeah, it's just as soon as it came out of the last corner, it's wraps to me basically.
There you go. Talk us through some of the challenges of the night. Did you find yourself in any mayhem, or was it relatively tidy for you on track?
Oh nah, the sprint race. A particular driver needs to learn to stay on the line and not cut across people. But nah, other than that, yeah, it's pretty clean throughout.
Yeah, it looked like especially in the feature, once you had that space and were out front there, you sort of banked a fair few laps without too much trouble around you, and that obviously helps with the confidence as the race goes on. But really well done, mate, and more points for Kick. I'll pass you back over to SJ.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thank you very much, China. Well, first up, you're tied on points with your teammate, 214 each, and pending, obviously, penalties and bits and pieces. You've both done exactly the same amount of races. It's been fantastic partnership that you seem to have there at Kick. And the same question goes to you. You know, you're on the DRS train. You were switching around earlier on with your teammate, and your teammate decided to to cement that P3 position. You cement that P2 position, going for the win. Can you give us a little bit of an insight on the last lap? Did you think that you were going to get Josh at the line? Because we did realise that Josh had more ERS than you going to the line.
Yeah. Basically, like I was leading coming up to the last straight, the last lap, and I had a bad exit out of turn one, which basically ruined my race. And he got me down the last area straight because I knew that I could basically gap Josh in the middle sector, which I could have went on to win. But nah, as soon as I got down the went past the last corner, I couldn't catch him at all.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it was still a great weekend, and you've got to be happy. Obviously, the sprint was a little bit disappointing, and as you've stated, and I think obviously that's going to be a steward situation there that we're going to be looking at because you were in a great position. Excuse me. Obviously, yourself in P2, and you know your teammate and your TP in P3, and you know. So yeah, interesting to see what's going to come of that. But also the qualifying again, and another fantastic qualifying in the feature. You starting off at P2, your teammate starting off at P3, not getting P1, unfortunately. Zoo decided to, put Nos in that car to get that P1 because that was insane. We didn't see that coming, and I don't think the audience saw that coming either as well. Going into Japan next week, is it a fan favourite of yours? Is it a track that you're worried a little bit about? How do you feel going into Suzuka next week?
Not my favorite tracks, to be honest. I quite hate it. I just hate the first sector, to be honest. Yeah, just not looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it, to be honest.
Well, at the moment, we're seeing this battle between yourselves, Williams and Mercedes. Are you fighting for the constructors at the moment? Because it's getting closer and closer every week, and the way you're finishing, you know, and it's massive points every week. Do you believe that you can take the constructors from Mercedes at the moment?
Yeah, most definitely. I think me and Whiff the last couple of weeks have consistently been in the top fives, at least one of us. And yeah, I think both of us are outscoring them in every round, I think, since like Belgium. But yeah, I'm more focused on overalls, to be honest.
Well, fair enough. It looks like the two kicks are in red hot form at the moment, which is really good to see. And another great performance again in P2 and P3, and it looked like it was a tough race. I mean, in that train, it was 6 cars in that train, and anyone could have gone for the moves. And we saw a lot of cars that were quicker that are normally at the top that were in that back half of the pack, but couldn't get through because they were just too far behind. And as you know, in Brazil, you need to follow and stay within the DRS, as we've seen the whole weekend. So, no, congratulations. Another phenomenal result from you. And there's no bragging rights because you're tied now on points in the standings, which is really good to see. And, look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Suzuka.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for comms as well. And thanks for Tudor for engineering.
There you go. Kick again. And we'll go over to the winner. First win of the season over to Squash Josh. And I'll let you take it away, China.
Squash Josh. Got it at the line, mate.
I'm fried. What a